This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by trainer Mark Tibbs here in Birmingham. Mark, it's good to see you. How are you?
Lovely, Andy. All good, mate. All good. Enjoying this lovely weather. I've got my shorts on and my flip-flops.
I was going to say, you can do some, if you have your last session with Giorgio, do it outside later?
Any outside sessions?
Little run around the park?
No, we ain't done track work. The last bit of track work we did was in Las Vegas, me and Giorgio. Yeah. No, we've done the last bit of track work in Vegas. He does. He comes to my gym, the Origin gym in Raynham, but he lives, he lives the other side of the M25, so he does his road work in his hometown where he's at. Yeah.
In terms of Giorgio, his return on Saturday, there's no doubt in his potential. He's seen as one of the biggest potential stars in UK boxing. What are you hoping he shows on Saturday in terms of his development?
Well, listen, he's got a very credible opponent on Saturday night, and Giorgio is super skilled. And his asset is his timing, and his readability. So that's a very rare ingredient in a lot of fighters, in the way you can read a fight. So listen, he's very exciting. He likes to go up and down like a Mexican, but he's a technician in the process. He's a very good technician, and he don't get hit a lot. That's good.
How much do you feel like he learned from the Cain Baker fight?
Well, you know what? Because of Giorgio's ability, and he made it with all due respect. He made it light work, So Cain's got the experience, and he could have, if he could have got close, he could have manhandled Giorgio a little bit, and it shows how good Giorgio is. He teed him up, he broke him down, and he went to work on him in great fashion. But he's come along nice, Giorgio. He's got to have stiffer. I think there'll be a stiffer opposition on Saturday night.
I've seen a lot of talk about him and Kamal Moten and their sparring. Was you present at that sparring, Mark? And what can you tell me from your perspective then?
Yes, it was. We had. I've got to say, Giorgio Vizoli had, from the day we landed in Vegas, for the day we started sparring in Vegas, I should say, to the day we left, he had the best sparring that America could offer. Giorgio Vizoli. And as I said before, he come through with flying colours. I learned a hell of a lot about Giorgio. I already know what I'm looking at. But because of the opposition, like the Carmel Moultons of the world, Kevin Browns of the world, and handfuls of others that he sparred with, it was very competitive. It was all very competitive, not only Carmel Moulton, but Giorgio was a masterful boxer in the process, and fighter too. He stood and held his feet at times, what the Americans and the Mexicans love to do.
Seeing Giorgio talk about over social media how
Brown was Cuban's #1 as well. Let me tell you so. 30 years of age, very mature. And I was hoping we got more with Kevin Brown, because we had a sorry to cut you off there. We had a varied of styles, but they was at their top of their game, like Giorgio is where he's at in his career. So like I say, he made waves over there for sure. He made waves.
In terms of making waves and linking back to what I was going to ask you with Kamal, over social media, Giorgio's been saying he's happy to fight him next now if an offer was to be made. Would you, from what you saw in that sparring, be happy to see Giorgio face Kamal Moten next if a deal could be made?
The thing is, look, it's quite an unusual situation, as in things like this don't happen so earlier on in their career. But what's going on today in the boxing, it's so exciting. It wouldn't be, it would have been only for it could happen for the amount of money, and it'd be an unusual thing, and I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it. It's not how we traditionally do things, but if it would happen, this guy could get the opportunity for both fighters, two great prospects. The styles, man, the styles would gel, and he's got his management team, Giorgio, and his promoter in Eddie. I think if they could make it happen, I'd give them the thumbs up for it, for sure. But if it didn't happen, we're going to progress and build him the old-fashioned way.
Just want to see as well how Johnny's doing, Mark, with a bit of downtime now.
Yeah, actually, I was meant to meet Johnny yesterday, but I had to come here as well. So Johnny will understand that. We had an agreement to meet each other in the gym yesterday to have a workout and a chat, and it never materialised. But I'm sure we'll touch base before the weekend's out and make a plan for next week. But no, I've seen Johnny a couple of times, and seen him on the internet, looking well. He's doing a bit with Sonny. He's S&C coach, and so I look forward to seeing him next week.
Mark, also just want a word on your former charge, Dillian Whyte, faces Moses Itauma next. What do you make of that fight?
To be fair, I didn't think that. I never thought like I was with Dillian for 11 unbeaten fights, and we got to world #1 interim world champion. And I didn't think he would. I didn't think he would take like a step-up fight, a young guy step-up fight like that. And but good luck to him. He must be getting well paid, and I'm sure he's. But I'd much rather see him fight AJ. Yeah, I think. But that's because I've got. I had a sort of an emotional investment in him. But no, I think. Listen, he's got the experience to cause an upset. Dillian for sure, and crafty old campaigner if he can. And it's a good fight for Moses as well. See where he's at, because he's never fought no one as experienced as Dillian for sure.
So you know yourself, Mark. A lot of people are very high on the Moses Itauma train. They see him as the future of the division. So, as you said, surprised that Dillian's maybe taking a fighter who's trying to get to that position and get to where Dillian was previously. So for you, if he was to be victorious, what do you think the key is for Dillian?
Well, he's back in the heavyweight mix. Then he would have beaten one of our world prospects in heavyweight boxing. So he'll put himself back in the big time. Yeah.
Make Itauma the favourite?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Mark, listen, I appreciate your time now. I'll leave you to catch up with the team because I'm not sure where everyone's gone. So thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Top man.